Hello, my name is Zoe Abu-Baidoo, and coming up, with barely 27 days for Ghana to go to the polls, the Electoral Commission has devised new innovations to ensure a smooth electoral process. We have the details of this and many more coming up here on Citi News Daily on Citi TV. Stay with us. The outpatient department services at public hospitals across the country have been suspended due to a nationwide strike by nurses. Some patients who visited the various hospitals for treatment today were left unattended to. Members of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association withdrew their services earlier this week due to unpaid salary arrears, unposted graduate nurses and midwives, and lack of logistics to work with. According to the General Secretary of the Association, Perpetual Ofori Ampofo, the workload on them was unbearable. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health has asked the nurses to call off their strike after a meeting with the National Labour Commission and the association. The Public Relations Officer of the Ministry, Tony Goodman, in an interview with Citi News, stated that it had engaged the necessary stakeholders in the matter to ensure their issues are addressed. The Electoral Commission Chair, Charlotte Osei, has said that it will be practically impossible for her outfit to rig this year's election because of huge media involvement in the upcoming polls. According to her, the EC has put in place a number of innovations to ensure a smooth conduct of the polls. Per the new rule, results will be collated at 3 points, namely the polling stations, the constituency collation centers, and finally at the National Collation Center. They will first be announced at the polling station and simultaneously published on the EC's website. The chairperson was speaking today at an encounter with Editors Forum Ghana. And still on the elections, the embattled presidential nominee of the United Progressive Party, Kwesi Odike, has thrown his weight behind the flag bearer of the new patriotic party, Nana Addo, ahead of this year's presidential elections. Mr. Odike, who had earlier backed out of the 2016 presidential election, indicated that he will organize other smaller political parties to join in canvassing votes for the NPP and its flag bearer to unseat President Mahama in the December polls. In an interview with Citi News, Mr. Odike, who endorsed the candidature of President Mahama in the 2012 election, described the Mahama-led administration as a failure, hence his decision. Let's move to the campaign trail now, and the new Patriotic Party presidential candidate, Nana Addo, has begun a 4-day tour of the Brong-Ahafo region ahead of the December polls. The tour will take him to Sankore, Tepa, Goso, Techiman, and other parts of the region. The Brong-Ahafo tour comes a day after Nana Addo ended a 2-day tour of the Greater Accra region. Now let's go to the Upper East region, where the presidential candidate of the Progressive People's Party, Dr. Kwesi Ndoum, has urged the people of the Upper East region to reject the National Democratic Congress and the new Patriotic Party in the December polls. Addressing party members and sympathizers in Zuarungu, Dr. Ndoum said both parties have kept the people in the area impoverished rather than ameliorating their plight, having had the opportunity to govern the country. And that's how we end today's edition of Citi News Daily on Citi TV. My name is Zoe Abu-Baidoo. Thanks for watching.